Ben, thank you so much for chatting to us at 5FM.
Happy to.
What was it like working with Michael Bay? I mean, he's like the king of explosions and action.
Right, he's like a big kid. I thought he was going to be like Mr. Macho because his movies are so action heavy, but he's like just like a big kid. It seems like he's just a massive fan of the genre himself, and just feels like he's been given all the best equipment because he's so good at what he does to go and make these movies. But he's so genuinely excited and passionate about what he's doing. That comes across, and it's great to work with people like that because them being so inspired inspires you.
I believe you're a say yes and figure it out later kind of person. I believe you did this with your drumming role in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Very true.
Was it the same with this film with Parkour?
Not quite, no. I mean, like, I never said I could do parkour. I think maybe I played up how athletic I am or supposedly am. You know, I think I was like, yeah, I used to play sports all the time as a kid, which is kind of true, but I maybe made out that I was like one step away from going pro when actually I was just quite good. But there was some parkour training involved.
We are getting an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the amazing parkour guys from Stora, and they are in the movie 6 Underground. It's super exciting. Take a look.
Do you reckon you'd be up for something as simple as this? Like, so a small precision jump, 2 feet to 2 feet, landing on the soft block?
Yeah, that I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit better.
I think it is a real art form, you know. It's really interesting hearing them talk about it and how it's kind of about fluidity of motion and about overcoming mental barriers, and there's a lot more to it than just being a daredevil necessarily.
And did you get to train Ben Hardy? How much did he actually do?
Yeah, no, you'd be surprised. Ben is like, definitely has a natural affinity for this kind of movement. Like, we had a few days with him before we started shooting the film to run him through kind of the basics and the fundamentals of parkour. And he picked it up so naturally, which was really refreshing for us to see.
How's it going over there?
You're really ruining my flow right now, you know that.
What was a typical day like on set with explosions going off all the time? I suppose by the end of it you were used to.
It's the thing, like I'm not gonna lie, I became kind of immune to it. So like, but Michael, someone who's been doing this for years, doesn't seem to get immune to it. So like, he'll come up to me and be like, Ben, you gotta come check out this explosion, it's gonna be crazy and these cars are gonna smash into each other, it's gonna go crazy.
And working with Ryan Reynolds?
His background's kind of improv comedy, so sometimes he would come up with a line in his head, even if for a different character, and then kind of offer it up to you and suggest it, you know, but in a very, like, you know, hey, you know, just a suggestion, but don't feel free to say no, which is just very kind of him, you know, very generous, and yeah, he was just a great guy to work with.
At the end of the movie, you sort of get the idea that there's definitely potential for a sequel.
I'd like to do more because I think there is more to explore with all these characters, and I think, you know, I think they could be an even better film, you know, if we made another one. But we'll see.
Awesome. Well, hopefully. Good luck.
Hopefully. Thank you.
If they exist, they can be made not to.
They have fighter jets! You see that? Yes! You see that?
5FM. Watch 5FM TV on YouTube. 5FM.